Tapos tatanggalin mo ang takip para hindi umapaw ang tubig. Sige po, ate. May iwan mo na kita. First time ko magsaing. Ang tagal naman ito. Makapaglaro nga muna. Naamoy ko. Ay, Sen, ang sinain mo! Ate, sorry po. Nalibang po ako sa paglalaro. Okay na. Tay, ano po?
Mga kayo ng Diyos, mga anak. Nakakatuwa naman nakapaghanda na kayo ng ating pagkain.
Opo, Tay. Sa isip ko ngayon na nagsaing.
Wow, napakasasali ko talaga ate. Kung nandito lang sana ang nanay ninyo, siguradong proud na proud sila sa inyo. Kaya tara, kumain na tayo at baka lumamit pang ating pagkain. Kamusta na ba ang inyong mga pagpasok?
Taking responsibility has been part of our daily living. Even when we're still very young, we were already trained by our parents to take on some duties and responsibilities. It was their way of helping us become more capable of whatever tasks or challenges we will be having in the near future and to be responsible for whatever obligations we will have to take as an individual and as part of a bigger community. In this episode, you will learn how you can help yourself become a responsible adolescent in preparation for adulthood and understand mental health and psychological well-being. Hi class, I'm Teacher Mark and welcome to your show, where we will learn to become more aware of who we are and better understand ourselves and the people around us. I will guide you in your journey of personal empowerment to become more positive as a person, to be the best version of yourself every day, and to help you raise your self-confidence, self-motivation, and more. Commit to your vision or plan in achieving your aims and goals in life. Join me as we uncover your limitless potential. Let's rock! This is Personal Development on DepEd TV. We need to be given responsibility to learn responsibility. Responsibility is any moral, legal, or mental obligation or duty that is directly or indirectly entrusted to you by the people around you, for which you are held accountable for whatever consequences or circumstances that may arrive in the future. Let us highlight the three keywords here: responsibility, trust, and accountability. Responsibility is part of growing up. We earn the trust of others when we begin to be responsible, when we learn to accept and succeed in challenges. We become accountable for our actions as we take ownership of them to ensure that responsibilities are achieved as expected. Being responsible is part of every man's life. Being a capable and responsible adolescent means living your life in a harmonious way with everyone who is a part of your life. It is by stepping up, doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done. Being responsible is also learning how to set your priorities and making sure to take the necessary actions to get them done by planning, managing your time well, and taking care of your commitments. With that, you have much less stress and you gain the respect of other people. Becoming a responsible person, performing his own sets of duties and accountabilities is not as simple as 1, 2, 3. But as soon as it manifests in one's personality, one can have a greater impact on the community. A person who is known for his sense of responsibility also gains positive feedback from his colleagues, peers, and/or environment. And it can create a domino effect. He will serve as a concrete example in his community. His way of living will become worthy of emulation. Individuals who are being emulated by the whole community eventually serve as the key for the good transformation of the society. Before becoming a full-grown responsible individual, an adolescent like you must be familiar and have a wider understanding of the set of responsibilities that are established as the norms or standards for you to be considered a responsible person. All right, class? What are the common obligations that are expected from an adolescent like you? Let us listen to your answers.
Maging magalang sa nakakatanda at marunong rumispeto sa nakakataas sa amin.
Mag-alaga ng mga kapatid ko nung maliit pa si Bunso. Ako din na nagbubuhat at nagpapatulong sa kanya. Minsan, ako na din na nagiging guro sa kanila. Nag-aaral-aralan kami.
Pagbutihin ang ating pag-aaral dahil ang edukasyon ang isa sa pinakamahalagang pamana ng magulang natin sa atin.
Umiwas sa mga masasamang bisyo, maging mabuting tao na may pagmamalaki ng aking magulang at ng aking pamilya.
Maging responsable at mapagkakatiwalaan at higit sa lahat, maging matalino sa mga kaibigan na sasamahan.
Very good! Thanks for sharing, class! Showing respect for your elders, taking care of your younger siblings, studying well, avoiding and engaging in vices, establishing a good identity, earning the trust of the people around you, distinguishing good from bad company, getting to know yourself better are some of your obligations as a responsible adolescent. Getting you ready for your life ahead becomes the duty of the whole society. There are a number of suggestions and teachings on how you can really turn into a responsible individual. Here are some of the common teachings on how you can establish a sense of responsibility. Number 1, know your priorities. Reflecting on what things are the most important for you and making the decision to prioritize them are a must. And the best strategy for you is to clearly identify your goal and purpose, as this will lead you in the right direction. Setting your priorities means that you will be more decisive and you will procrastinate less. It also means that you will always think about how you're making use of the time you have. I'm sure there have been times that you did not make use of your time wisely. Think about the hours you spent browsing and scrolling through social media that could have been used for better things, like reading a book or exercising. Use your spare time in smart and creative ways. Stop wasting precious time. Number 2, stop making excuses. Stop blaming. Stop complaining. Think of the people you know who always complain about what's happening to them, who have the habit of making excuses when they don't fulfill what they promise, and who blame others when things don't turn out the way they are planned. These people are not taking responsibility for their actions. Being responsible means making the right choices when it comes to responding to where your life takes you, especially when things are not going well, like being in the middle of this pandemic. An irresponsible person will take the easy way out and adopt a victim mentality and feel that he cannot do anything. On the other hand, a responsible person knows that he always has a choice to not be a victim of the circumstances he's in. He will opt to have a victor mentality. He will look at the situation and plan what he must do and stick to it. He will be honest with himself, so he will know what he is capable of doing by himself and when he will require help from others. A responsible person will also not complain idly about something that isn't the way it should be. Instead, he will bring it to the attention of the people involved and offer to be part of the solution. He also realizes that there is something good that can come out of a bad experience. Not only are there lessons learned, but he may come out of it a better and stronger person. Number 3, be punctual, be consistent. I would like to share something that I read before about punctuality that has stuck with me all these years. And what is it? It goes this way. Early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable. I constantly share this with all of my students. Anyone who has been in my class knows that being late is one of my pet peeves. They know that being late for my class is unacceptable. Why? Because being on time all the time is a sign of respect, of being responsible, and of somehow being trustworthy. Be punctual all the time. Consistency is the key, and you can develop this by making it a habit to get up early, even on the weekends. Number 4, learn how to organize and manage your life. Come up with a system to be on top of your tasks and goals. Track your personal plans and obligations. Have a to-do list. Write down your reminders and notes in a planner, or put them in the calendar app on your phone. This will help you organize your day on a daily basis. One other area you need to develop as part of being a responsible person is knowing how to manage your finances, which is something I learned to do when I became a financial advisor. Even though you'd still depend on your parents for your daily allowance, it doesn't mean you can't start saving money now. It is important to learn how to budget, save, and invest. Learn the value of money. Number 5, take responsibility for your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Keep your cool and don't let your anger or jealousy get out of hand. Do you know that you can get rid of these 2 negative emotions by avoiding a comparison mentality? You also need to remember that you don't have control over how other people respond to you. You only have control over how you respond to them. Refuse to take anything personally. Don't assume. It is better to communicate openly with everyone in your life. Choose to be happy and live in the present moment. You can't change how people treat you or what they say about you. All you can do is change how you react to it. By Mahatma Gandhi. We all have our own battles. We encounter different challenges in life, and it's up to us on how to deal with each challenge. Nowadays, most adolescents like you deal with different issues, whether it's your friends, family, academics, relationships, and even pressure that could lead to stress, and worse, depression. There are several ways on how to deal and cope with stress. Most of the time, dealing with stress differs from person to person. It is better to assess yourself first for you to know what strategy you can easily adopt to deal with stress. Based on what we have watched, you're probably very familiar with the experience of stress, a condition characterized by symptoms of physical or emotional tension. Anyone from the class who would like to share situations where you felt stress?
Sir, ako po tuwing exam, stress po ako.
Sir, nai-stress po ako pag hindi nagme-message yung BF ko.
Sana all!
O sir, sobrang gipit ko sa bahay. Nawalan ng trabaho si tatay, ang daming problema. Sobrang gipit kayo mo ngayon, sir eh.
Ako sir, na-stress ako sa mga bashers ko online. But they will never ever break. Not an inch of me.
An individual may feel stress when he is struggling to accept changes in his physical, mental, and emotional responses. The tension brought about by stress may lead to negative responses, such as anger, frustration, and nervousness. What you may not know is that it's a natural response of the mind and body to a situation in which a person feels threatened or worried. Stress can be positive, like the excitement of preparing your 18th birthday, or negative, like dealing with the loss of a family member. Demanding or threatening events are often referred to as stressors. These events can cause stress, the organism's biological and behavioral response to the stressor. There are different models or theories about stress. Let us focus on the 3 views of stress. Some researchers have conceptualized stress as a demanding or threatening event or situation. Example, final exams, final projects, or an oral defense. Such conceptualizations are known as stress as stimulus. Stress as response. This model of stress emphasizes the physiological responses that occur when faced with demanding or threatening situations. Think of this as what's happening inside your body when we are stressed. Stress as relational. This model emphasizes the relationship between the person and the environment. Stress is the consequence of a person's appraisal processes, the assessment of whether personal resources are sufficient to meet the demands of the environment. Stress can be harmful when it is severe enough to make you feel overwhelmed and out of control. Strong emotions like fear, sadness, or other symptoms of depressions are normal if they are temporary and do not interfere with daily activities. If these emotions last too long or cause other problems, it's a different story. We are nearing the end of our episode. No matter what developmental stage we are in, managing stress, making wise decisions, becoming responsible and accountable are very important traits that we must possess, especially for adolescents like you. This is the best time to imbibe the right values, virtues, and other essential qualities that will prepare you for life as an adult. The demands and expectations of your parents and the people around you can be stressful at times. But we have learned from our past episodes that we can change our mindset. We can change stress or challenges to opportunities which can make your life exciting. This is an indication of becoming a responsible and mentally mature adolescent. For our next episode, we will identify the different causes and effects of stress and how to cope with stress. Here is a quote from Paulo Coelho. Stress, anxiety, and depression are caused when we're living to please others. We don't have to please everyone when we know that we have done our best. It doesn't matter what other people think. We know that we're doing the right thing and we're doing it out of love and in the service of others. Be kind and be humble. Choose not to let any situation cause you stress. You can handle and manage it. It is temporary. Treat difficult situations as challenges to overcome and as opportunities for growth. Share your thoughts about being a capable and responsible adolescent. How can you nurture your mental health and well-being? Don't forget to use the hashtag MyPDJourney and hashtag DepEd TV. This is Teacher Mark. I see greatness in you. Know your worth and make a habit of developing yourself and be your best version every day. See you in our next episode on personal development on DepEd TV. Bye, class!